Have you ever asked yourself, why do good businesses fail? I'm going to answer that question for you today in this video. You see, the most dangerous time for a good business isn't when they're struggling. It's that time when they're growing fast. Because I've seen it over and over again. A business finally starts eating its stride, more orders, bigger contract, the phone keeps ringing non-stop. The owners feels like they're finally getting the reward they deserve after all those years of grinding and hard work. And then the crack starts to show. Margin starts to shrink. The team starts feeling burned out. Customers complain creep in, and then suddenly that dream phase starts feeling like a nightmare. It's not because the owner suddenly becomes bad at business overnight. It's because growth changes the rule of the game. And if you don't adjust fast, it can bury you. In the early days, small inefficiencies doesn't hurt much. A slight messy invoicing system, a supplier that's sometimes late, and hiring process that feels more like gut feeling rather than structure. When you're small, you can absorb those little inconsistencies. But when you double or triple your size, those small cracks suddenly becomes big leaks. And then they start draining time, they start draining money, energy at an alarming rate. One of my clients went from £1 million to just roughly around £3.5 million turnover within 16 months. It sounds like a dream, right? Exactly what everybody would think. But their system didn't scale with them. Their payroll ballooned suddenly, cash flow turned unpredictable. The owner went from building the business to fighting fires all day. And it's not just about system. Growth generally puts your company culture on the line. That tight-knit team that just know what to do at the right time now has 10 new faces who aren't there from the beginning of the journey. They don't share the same history, and suddenly the way things used to work starts to fade gradually. I remember working with a retail brand that jumped from 2 retail locations to 8 locations within a year. Revenue went up fine and good, but so did customer complaint. Staff turnover doubled. They were making more money, but losing the thing that made them special in the first place. You see, growth is like adding extra weight to a small boat. If you don't strengthen the hull first, it's only a matter of time before the whole thing starts taking water. And that's why the best owners slows down just enough to prepare for speed. They put systems in place before they rush. They map out their staffing need, they secure reliable suppliers, they tighten financial control so cash doesn't get eaten alive by extra costs. And finally, here's a big takeaway. Here's what I want you to take away from this. Growth isn't just about getting bigger. It's about becoming better while you're getting bigger. And if you keep running the business the same way you did before the growth, you risk losing control at the very thing you worked so hard to build. The owner who survive high growth, they don't just ride the wave. They build a boat strong enough to handle it. I hope you're able to take away one thing or two from this. Until next time, again, take it easy.